Welcome to the Visionary Chronicles, a business strategy podcast where we provide insight to those looking for creative, executable strategies built around the latest disruptive ideas, innovative cultures, product creators, and marketing solutions. Welcome to the Visionary Chronicles podcast, episode 151. Today we're going to talk on marketing automation through artificial intelligence. With all the buzz around artificial intelligence, I thought it would be valuable for us today to talk a little bit in more simplistic terms. I find that to be the case, with artificial intelligence when people talk about it and we whiteboard it with Liquid Mind. Almost every brand that we talk with today wants to engage in artificial intelligence. The problem that we have is they don't necessarily know how they want to utilize artificial intelligence, where they're going to utilize it, when they're going to implement it, and how they're going to engage with the current employees and those outside in their community to effectively define their return on investment. So a lot of these things we can answer through marketing automation. And the recommendation that we usually put up on the board when we talk to our brands through Liquid Mind is we say this step process or patience is that you're kind of building this pinnacle of opportunity with artificial intelligence, but you really need to understand what artificial intelligence is and how it can be utilized inside of your brand and company to be a tangible return on investment. And I say tangible because when I ask the question, well, how are you looking to measure success? And I get a lot of blank stares, which is why we're talking today. So we're going to talk about AI marketing automation, how to automate AI into your marketing strategy. And I love this quote by, I think it's Oren Etzioni. It says, AI is a tool. The choice about how it gets deployed is ours. And it's a very true statement, and I like it because you still do have control. Many people feel that they lose control once artificial intelligence hits their corridor. And I find that a lot where I'll say, what are you afraid of? Is one of the questions that we ask. Is that it'll take my job. I won't understand how to utilize it. It'll become smarter than me. All of these things that really aren't concerns, or they shouldn't be concerns when you look about with artificial intelligence. And the other thing I say is take it piece by piece, but use it as a building block for how you want to deploy it across your brand as a whole. So when we talk about AI as a tool, marketing automation is one that most people look at first. And what I say is these visionary brands, those that are forward thinking, those that see the future, are already deploying artificial intelligence and automation. Artificial intelligence is not static, it's dynamic to fundamentally reshape their marketing strategy in today's digital world. And again, I'll say visionary brands deploy artificial intelligence and automation to fundamentally reshape their marketing strategies in today's digital world. And the reason that I say the combination of artificial intelligence and automation is the goal with artificial intelligence, by the way, is to be hands-off. You want to be able to build with marketing a tool that learns. And that's where people get a little disconnected and a little disjointed with artificial intelligence. They get a little afraid of saying, just let it do its own thing. And I'm not saying that you let it do its own thing, but I am saying one of the strategic advantages of artificial intelligence is that you're deploying it with a strategy. And what is that strategy? Is number one, you know who you are as a brand, right? Number two, you know what products you create, right? Or services that you provide. All of these things can be fed into artificial intelligence machine. It can do social media posts for you. It can do blogs for you. It can do all of these things for you. It can also do advertising for you. So we've deployed it in all these areas. So I'm going to kind of break through the clutter here a little bit, hopefully for you today, so you can get a little better idea of how you can utilize it in your brand and how you can successfully define your ROI. So when we look at that, the harnessing of the power of these machine algorithms and advanced analytics people talk about all the time, but brands can deliver unbelievable levels of personalization and relevance. And we say relevance, but we all can say value to your customers. And that's the overriding intent, because what we want to do, just like you're doing a brand positioning statement, with artificial intelligence, you kind of need to do the same thing. And I would recommend this, what we've just indicated here, harnessing the power of machine learning and analytics. Brands can deliver unprecedented levels, unreal levels of personalization and value to their customers. So anybody that can provide personalization and value is going to win in the artificial intelligence game. I think all of us can testify to that we all like to be taken care of. We all like to get better at what we're doing. You want to be a better runner. You want to be a better athlete. You want to be a better business leader. Whatever it may be, that comes to value and relevance on artificial intelligence. And if that is your service, that is your product, you need to have artificial intelligence. So when we look at AI systems, let's just get a little bit granular here, then we'll move on to where we're going to apply this in your business, is that AI systems can analyze a humongous, if that's a word, but humongous amounts of data from browsing behaviors. And you've all seen it, that you say a word about a brand or a company or a product, and all of a sudden you start getting your Facebook feed. And you wonder how that you just talking about it all of a sudden became your feed. Well, that's what this is all about. And by the way, it's only going to get worse. And I say worse, but when you look at the intelligence behind artificial intelligence, it's really trying to analyze, again, we'll go back to personalization, which that's what it is. Like it or not, if you talk about it, it assumes that's something of interest, or else you wouldn't waste your time talking about it. So for better or worse, I get it. I don't like it either, but there are many times where I do like it. I do like it. I talk about a brand, I talk about a product. And if it feeds me that information, that data, it personalizes the feed for me without doing anything, I really like that. So I think that's an important aspect that many people forget, is that that's when we talk about automation many times. But you can also see that through automation, if you do not know what your brand stands for, what your point of difference is, or your product or your service, and you can't feed the right data into artificial intelligence so it can provide the right messaging to your customer, you can see the damage that can be done. So be careful on what you feed into artificial intelligence. So in analyzing this data from browsing behaviors, purchase histories, demographics, contextual insights, the textings, it can recognize everything. It gains really deep insight into who you are as a consumer, into your preferences and the journeys to purchasing a product. It keeps all of that data. Humans can't do that. We can guess, we can throw at a dartboard, but we cannot do what artificial intelligence can do. So with these insights, brands can adapt content, offers, experiences with laser sharp precision. Imagine how valuable that would be for your marketing department or even marketing individual, whatever it is. We talk to a lot of entrepreneurs that reach out to us through the podcast because we've been there. We've done that. We've all worked at brands, global brands that most people would like to be a part of or understand how they became to be so generational, whether it's Adidas, TaylorMade, Nike, whoever it is, Oakley. So all of these brands are generational, but each has to have a vision of how to apply new technologies. So with these insights, again, you can adapt content, offers, experiences, lifestyle positioning. So what it does, though, as a result of doing that is, and this is what you want to feed in, but you want to know what comes in the back end. You want to know what the food is that you're feeding into the machine. The end result of it is improved engagement, loyalty, conversions, which by design increases conversion and long-term customer value. Who wouldn't want that? So when you look at artificial intelligence, look at the positive, not the negative. You can get lost in the mix through either trying to implement too much, or you can get lost by being afraid and implementing too little. So take this step-by-step approach we're going to talk about today. Pick and choose where you want to start, but start. You're losing ground not every day. I can guarantee you from being with the brands that we're with at Liquid Mind, you're losing traction every second. So start. So conversational marketing managed by natural language processing. I know it's a big word, but you're going to need to know NLP technology. And what this is whether it be Siri, whether it be Alexa, whatever it is, you can actually convert voice to command, and they will actually execute that command. No longer do you need to text, no longer you need to go to Amazon, enter your order, have it delivered to you. So that is all NLP, natural language processing. It's another area where AI revolutionizes brand customer interactions because people are busy. And people aren't going to become less busy with everything that's coming at them. They're going to become more busy. So the attention span goes from 4 seconds to 2 seconds. So what are you going to do in order to provide, again, personalization and value is natural language processing. So when you look at this, chatbots, virtual assistants can engage in personal conversations with people. And you've seen them on websites. You ask a question. And right now, I tell you, it's a frustrating experience. But they're moving in the right direction. So I will give them that. It's frustrating, but the long-term vision is there. So they offer seamless round-the-clock support and engagement at scale, which humans can't do. They're 24/7. And what they do is they learn from the questions. So the real important thing to remember is, and the reason that it's so bad right now is because they're gathering data through NLP technology. And the more questions that are asked online, the more it feeds into this AI database. So as you start with your conversational marketing through natural language processing, it's going to continue to get better and better and better. And this is where I go back to start. If you don't start, you're going to be in this mode of trying to build your database while others are seamlessly working with their customer and integrating NLP into their database long before you execute your strategy for artificial intelligence. So start today. So hand in hand with AI is automation is streamlining numerous what we call marketing processes. And what I mean by this is you can automate social media management, programmatic and buying, email campaigns, lead nurturing, whatever it happens to be. You can automate all this and streamline your marketing department and make it more effective. Who wouldn't want that? So the increased efficiency allows marketing team to what we call focus. And we put that up on the board as what is one of the benefits and advantages of artificial intelligence? It's focus on higher value strategic tasks while AI handles labor-intensive data-driven operations. And everybody in the room breathes a sigh of relief when we put that up on the board. We say AI handles labor-intensive data-driven operations. 99% of the time people go, I don't want to do that anyway. Well, that's why AI is here. It needs to analyze the data, integrate the data, and spit the data out and become smarter and smarter on these labor-intensive, data-intensive tasks. So implement it now. Whatever you do. So as voice assistants gain traction, brands can also leverage AI to optimize voice search strategies. So what I mean by that is natural language processing. As you gather more and more data from your customers on Q&As online, that you can optimize these search strategies. You can create voice apps, skills, deliver audio content. Voice-based shopping is going to become huge in the future. I can guarantee it. So anybody that doesn't have an NLP strategy is behind the 8 ball right now. So get on this strategy and make sure that you understand how to implement it, how to manage it, and how to define your ROI as you continue to build it. So catering to the shift towards conversational interfaces is the key with the artificial intelligence. So while the potential of AI and automation is immense for brands, it's huge for brands, you got to strike a balance between the technologies and human oversight. So this becomes the teeter-totter a little bit of, but look at it from the perspective of what are you looking to achieve? And let's just say we narrow it down to marketing automation. What are you looking to achieve? You're looking to have this artificial intelligence marketing assistant become smart about your brand, who you are, what you do. And if you can't feed the right information into them, then don't expect the end result to be what you want. So manage expectations if you don't have the information that should be fed into your artificial intelligence database. So when you look at these oversight with humans, it's really feeding the data of, hey, it doesn't understand who you are. So think of it as just an assistant that doesn't understand unless you tell them something, what you're about. What is your competitive advantage? What are you looking to achieve? All of these things. It understands once you give it the right data. So the ability to operate with enhanced speed, relevance, and efficiency while you're providing this AI data-driven customer experience is becoming a necessity in a dynamic marketing environment. Okay, this ability to have AI-powered interfaces and data from your customers is only going to become bigger as you move forward into the future. So some of the areas that I outlined here for you that you don't have to implement all of them. Let me preface it with that. But I can tell you, AI and automation are transforming. If they haven't transformed it yet, I don't care if you're a trucking company, a footwear company, apparel company, tech company, whatever it happens to be, it is going to be in transforming whatever you do. And it's probably going to start out in functional areas, and then it'll move into other functional areas until it becomes vertically integrated with your company or your brand. So let me give you some of the areas that right now are the most popular AI and marketing automation implementations people are doing. And all of these we work with Liquid Mind, and we find all of these to be effective strategies for starting your AI, I call AI journey. And it's a step process, and you have to make sure you're prepared for it and understanding why you're doing it, how you're doing it, who's going to manage it, all of these who, what, why, when, and wheres of the world before you implement AI. So the first one is what we talked about before, is personalization, what we call at scale. Personalization is one thing. You can type into your email campaign, hey, send an email to John, but we're talking about personalization at scale, hundreds of thousands of millions, whatever it happens to be. So there's AI algorithms that can analyze a huge amount of customer data. It synthesizes all of this data, which humans can't do. Browsing behavior, purchase history, demographics. And not only that, there's a difference between static and dynamic. That's a word you have to remember. We put that up on the board as well. We say static versus dynamic. AI is dynamic. Humans are static. So deliver high quality, personalized content, product recommendations, and advertising tailored to each individual's preferences and their purchase journeys. So that's what we said, providing value to customers that have already purchased something and defining what their personalization is. It may not always be 100% accurate, but I tell you, as their databases grow with brands, you'll see them become more and more and more accurate. Literally to the point where you get a posting and go, oh my God, it was almost as if I was thinking about buying that product and it hit my mailbox. That's the level we're talking about. The second is what we call predictive analytics. And a big word that people throw around a lot, but it's machine learning models, really what it is, that can identify patterns in consumer data to predict future behavior. Okay? Interest and likelihood to purchase that allows marketers to target campaigns more effectively. So predictive analytics, just think of it as future. What is my customer going to buy going forward based off past preferences? That's predictive analytics. The third is conversational AI. This is the chat box and virtual assistants powered by natural language processing that can handle customer inquiries. This is the one that they're learning, okay? And as it continues to grow and grow, it'll become more and more sophisticated, but it's conversational AI. It's the chatbots, the virtual assistants that are just generating data, becoming smarter and smarter and personalized recommendations, and even making sales or upsells and providing 24/7 customer service. Because you don't know what time your customers are shopping. They may be shopping at 11 p.m. at night. That's their preference, but there's nobody in the office to answer their call. So you need to have these chat box and personalized assistants to be able to answer those questions for them. And then there's dynamic pricing and promotions. And this is what Amazon does a lot. Is that if they know you're shopping for something, or it's seasonal, or it's a holiday, there's dynamic pricing and promotions that are automatically built in relative to the season, or in addition, relative to sell-through of your product. So AI systems can automatically adjust pricing and promotions in real time based on supply, demand, competition, and consumer behavior patterns. Think about that. That's mind-boggling when you think about it, is that you've got an AI system that in real time can adjust pricing and provide promotions within the constraints of your financials based on supply, demand, competition, and consumer behavior patterns. That's huge. Number 5 is content generation and curation. AI can assist in generating your content, social media, tailored to your user interest, as well as curating content from various sources based on relevance of your brand. Number 6 is marketing automation. This is AI automates labor-intensive tasks like lead scoring, email marketing campaigns, social media posting, all of these things that are very, very time-consuming for expensive overhead that you don't need if you can automate this. So ad bidding, placement across channels, it'll automate all that for you. So marketing automation is another, number 6. Number 7 is customer segmentation. Machine learning clusters customers based off of their multiple attributes. And this is something we put up on the board too, where we just talk with our brands and they'll say, well, customer segmentation, okay, our demo is, I'm saying it's not your demo. What it is consumer preferences based on who's buying your product and attributes, when they're buying it, what they're buying it, what price point, at what time. It allows a more granular audience targeting that we are used to before. So customer segmentation. Number 8 is optimizing the spends. Predictive models can optimize marketing spending. So you can maximize your ROI on your marketing investments based off of past performance data. So it's really important that you have this strategy in place. So all of these, if not all, some are things that you can implement today. So take a look at your strategy. If you don't have a strategy, start building it. Do the who, what, why, when, and where. Whiteboard it. Give us a call if you've got any questions. We're happy to answer those for free. Go to liquidmindsite.com, liquidmindsite.com. Look for a free meeting. If you've got questions, we have no problem answering those questions, so feel free to reach out to us there. But again, these are the ones that you need to focus on. Personalization at scale is 1. Predictive analytics, 2. Conversational AI, 3. Dynamic pricing and promotions, 4. Content creation and curation, number 5. Number 6 is marketing automation. 7 is customer segmentation. And 8 is optimizing your spend. So the key benefits to artificial intelligence are scalable personalization, increasing your efficiency through automation and enhancing the customer's experience, and data-driven decision-making. The data-driven decision-making is what happens in the background because everything you're feeding into it. So there is challenges today. As I said, I go back to the experiences that I have. I don't like everything that's on my feed, but at least it's coming into my feed with some accuracy. It's just not randomly putting things into my feed like normal marketing campaigns do. So there's challenges around data quality, algorithm bias, privacy concerns, but all of these can be worked through. The fact is that you need to start today. So hopefully this has given you some good information on artificial intelligence, hopefully bringing it down to a 2,000-foot level from 50, and hopefully simplified it for you as to how you start and where you start. So I always say, stay true, stay authentic, be different, but be great, but enjoy the journey along the way. And thank you for listening to the Visionary Chronicles today. We really appreciate it. And if you like what we're talking about, we'd really, really appreciate you passing the Visionary Chronicles podcast on to your friends. If you feel or have the time to do so, it doesn't take long. We'd love a review of the Visionary Chronicles. We're also proud to have released our new Visionary brand master course through the visionaryfiles.com. We have entrepreneurs, executives, business owners, managers that have taken the course. Very proud to have released that in January and continue to get signups every day. And also, if you have any questions, please reach out to me or our team at Liquid Mind at liquidmind, liquidmindsite.com. Feel free to reach out to me as well directly, BRYAN at liquidmindsite.com, also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Again, thank you for your time. We always appreciate it and look forward to the next Visionary Chronicles.